Hey, what's up, fragrance family? This is Tyler with Simply Fragrances, and today I'm bringing you my top 10 designer fragrances for life. So if you want to see what these fragrances are, be sure and keep it right here. Alright guys, like I said, my name is Tyler. This is my channel, Simply Fragrances. Welcome back from the intro. And today, like I said, I'm doing my top 10 designer fragrances for life. Now, what's kind of cool about this is I did this last year, and I believe the year before last, or close to it. But I think that this would be kind of a cool, just annual thing to do, because our taste changes. We always get new fragrances are released, and it's just a good way to kind of see how our taste and how us as a person has changed and developed over the past year or so. So I'm going to be interested to see what fragrances are on this video that might have been on the last video and which ones aren't. So I'm pretty excited about this. Got a pretty good lineup, and really excited to give it to you. So if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, guys, go ahead, hit the red subscribe button. Guys, we're at 907, guys, so that means we are just shy of that 1,000 goal mark. We're almost there, guys. Let's keep this thing pushing forward, and we'll get there in no time. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the love and support you have shown for this channel. So before we get going, I'm just going to dress the cat out of the bag. I know my hair, it's a little different. It's straighter. I actually had to get a hair trim, I guess, if you would. And since I have super curly hair, they had to straighten it, and in order to get the full length, and that way they could trim some of the dead ends off and stuff like that. My wife is a licensed cosmetologist, so I didn't have much of a choice there. But just wanted to address that because I know people are gonna ask me, like, something's different. I don't know what it is. So that is the cat out of the bag. I got a hair trim, I guess, if you will, yesterday. So that's why I look a little bit different. But moving on with the video. So got 10 fragrances here. I think I got a pretty decent lineup, and I got one new one that has just really captivated me. So these are no particular order, since they're gonna be my top 10 for life. They're all great. So it's not gonna be like number 1, number 2, 3, 4. I just have a weird time doing that, because depending on the mood and the season and everything else, one could change places and stuff. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into this, guys. So at the first spot, not number 1, but at the first spot on the list, this is a pretty recent acquire for me, but it has absolutely captivated me. I love this stuff. It is perfect for the fall, winter, and early spring. I'm talking about Halloween Man X. Now this stuff, if you guys like coffee, if you guys like tobacco, if you guys like just kind of a powdery, just fresh, clean scent, this is definitely the way to go. But what I really get out of this, guys, is that tobacco, that coffee note, and then there is a bit of a chocolate vibe in there that people do get, and I definitely get that. But as it dries down, it does kind of turn into almost kind of a blue style fragrance, which is weird for me because I'm not the biggest fan of blue style fragrances, but this one has just absolutely captivated me. The performance is great, longevity is awesome, the sillage that you leave is just absolutely stunning. So Halloween Man X definitely had to be on this list. All right, guys, so next on the list, this is one that I think is great for beginners and obviously people who have been in the fragrance game for a while. Now, this one is making the list because obviously this is the designer list, and I'm a huge fan of Creed's Aventus. Like, I love the fragrance. I've got 3, 4, actually I think almost 5 bottles now, somewhere in that realm, all different batches and everything. I love it. So this is my favorite Creed Aventus inspired cologne. I just think it does really well, but then as it dries down, it does kind of take a shift in its own direction, and I love it, guys. It smells like Creed Aventus in the first, and it kind of throughout the mid, but then as it dries down, it does kind of go towards more of a leathery type of direction. But what am I talking about, guys? I'm talking about Montblanc Explorer. Don't mind the bottle. My wrap came off during the move a couple years back. So but this stuff is absolutely stunning, guys. I love it. I've gotten so many compliments off of this, and to my nose, some people say they don't get it, but I definitely get the Aventus inspiration there. Bright, fresh, citrusy opening. Kind of a creamy tinge towards it in the middle, and then as it dries down, you still get that bergamot in there, you still get the citruses, but there's a great leather accord that comes out. It's not super leathery. It's not like like Tuscan leather or anything like that, like not that super bold in your face leather, but just kind of a smooth leathery background with those citruses and a little bit of what I get of a kind of a creamy nuance to it. And it's just absolutely amazing, stunning, longevity great, performance great. Guys, if you like Creed's Aventus, you haven't tried this, give this a shot. It's like 40 bucks off discounted site, so you really can't go wrong, guys. All right, guys, next on the list, this is a staple in my collection. This has made every single designer top 10 list that I've ever done for life, just because this fragrance encompasses me. I love this fragrance. This is a staple on this channel. Like I said, people, whenever they wear this, they think, man, yep, Tyler over at Simply Fragrances, he got me hooked on this, guys. What am I talking about? This is a discontinued gem, but you can still pick it up for super cheap, guys. This is Montblanc Starwalker. Absolutely love this stuff. As you can see, I've used almost this whole bottle. This is my second bottle that I've went through, and I've got 3 more backups back there, and then 2 more in the closet. Guys, I love this stuff. Super fresh, bright, fresh citrus in the opening, a little bit of a powdery accord in there. The bamboo is the star of this fragrance. Guys, as it dries down, it's pretty linear in my experience with this, but just bright, fresh, citrusy. It's got some musk in there. Like I said, it does have a bit of a powdery accord to it, but man, this is just a perfect spring and summertime fragrance. Super cheap. Doesn't require a lot of thought. You can just wear it casual. You can wear it dressed up. It hits all boxes for me, guys. I love this stuff. So Montblanc Starwalker definitely had to be on the list. All right, guys, so next on the list is going to be a fragrance that I haven't reviewed yet. That review's coming out here soon, and it's still a recent inquiry, but I already know it's going to be a lifelong fragrance designer-wise, because I love that stuff right back there. Creed's Millisome Imperial, one of my all-time favorite fragrances, but since it's niche, can't be in the video, so I had to go with something designer-wise if I wanted to pick that. Well, I've got the perfect Creed Millisome Imperial cologne inspiration, knockoff, whatever you want to call it, guys. But this stuff, this is by Armaf, and this is Milestone, and this has made quite the buzz in the fragrance community, and for good reason. It is absolutely stunning. It's amazing. The longevity, the projection, the sillage that you get from it, the scent bubble, it is absolutely amazing, and it smells like Creed's Millisome Imperial, guys. It is like uncanny and almost creepy of how close that stuff comes. So since I love Creed's Millisome Imperial, one of my all-time favorite fragrances, this one definitely had to be in the list. All right, guys, so moving right along with the list, shout out to my boy Ross from TLTG for getting me onto this stuff. This stuff is absolutely amazing, guys. This is for all you Iris fans out there. If you love Iris, if you love a good, clean, fresh, soapy, powdery type of fragrance, Prada L'Homme is definitely the direction to go. All year round type of fragrance, perfect for the spring, summer, and fall. In the winter, it might kind of get lost with the cold air, but still amazing. Great casual, great dressed up, perfect date night fragrance, guys. It just checks off all the boxes. I love this stuff. Scent trail is amazing. One of the most unique and just kind of awkward compliments that I've ever gotten has come off of this fragrance. Still flattering, but a little awkward. But this stuff is absolutely amazing. It's a powerhouse, guys. Definitely had to be on the list. All right, guys, so next on the list is going to be one of my wife's all-time favorite fragrances and one of my all-time favorite fragrances. This is for all you ginger lovers out there. If you love ginger, if you love a good, clean, fresh, powdery, almost kind of nuance to it with that, just that ginger in there, a little bit of musk and freshness, guys, Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme is absolutely the way to go. As you can tell, I've used a crap ton of this juice. This is a big booty 200 ml bottle, and I'm just kind of close to halfway through with it. So love this stuff. Another great all year round type of fragrance, perfect for casual wear, or you can dress it up on a date. You can wear it to the office, especially in like a cubicle type of setting. This stuff is super inoffensive, great scent trail, very easy to wear. This stuff is just absolutely amazing. Definitely had to be on the list. Okay, guys, getting down to the last 4 fragrances. I got some big bangers coming up, so really excited about this, guys. This is just an amazing fragrance, great all year round type of fragrance. This made quite a storm in the fragrance community a couple years back, 4 or 5 years ago. This was known as a clubbing monster. Guys, this is from the house of Versace, and this is Versace Eros. This is an amazing springtime fragrance, guys. Like this, it just screams spring to me. It's got a bright, fresh lemon opening. It's got some mint mint in there with some powdery nuances, almost kind of get like this creamy vibe to it. And off my skin, it kind of stays pretty linear. Nothing really develops too much on it. There is a bit of a berry vibe that comes to it in the mid, but this stuff is super strong. The scent trail that you're gonna leave is absolutely stunning. It will fill a room, so be careful and easy on the trigger. But Versace Eros, one of my all-time favorite fragrances and one of the best springtime fragrances that you could ever want. Okay guys, so next on the list, this is an absolute staple in the fragrance community. This needs to be part of your collection. If you don't have it, this is definitely gonna be always probably on my list, guys. I love this fragrance. My wife loves this fragrance. Perfect fall and winter fragrance, the quintessential date night fragrance. So you might know what I'm talking about, guys, when it comes to the designer realm. From the house of Dolce & Gabbana, this is Dolce & Gabbana The One EDP. And look how much of a dent I've put in this stuff, guys. For how many fragrances I have for something to get this much use, it is absolutely stunning, guys. Ah, man, just this tobacco, almost kind of honey-like type of fragrance. There's some basil in there that just really gives it kind of a unique twist. Nothing really smelled like this before this came out, and it is just absolutely stunning. This is an amazing date night fragrance, you know, especially if you're going to be in close corners. There's just this seduction about it. It just is absolutely amazing. The scent trail that you leave, guys, it's stunning. I've had people stop me and say, "Sir, what are you wearing?" That is absolutely amazing. Like I said, my wife loves it. Great for date night, great for the fall and winter, maybe even into the early spring. But there's just this dark richness to it, and it's super captivating. Had to be on the list, guys. Okay guys, so you know me, if you've been a part of this channel for any length of time, you know that I love my barbershop fougere fragrances, so I couldn't make a list without having one of those on here. This is a perfect spring and fall time fragrance. I love this stuff. If you're gonna be in an AC controlled environment, you can wear it in the summertime, especially to the office. This is for the classy, sophisticated gentleman, or if you just like the old school barbershop fragrances, Tom Ford's Beau Jour has got you covered, guys. Super creamy. Super creamy, oak mossy, a little bit of vanilla in there. Guys, this stuff is absolutely stunning. It just has that old school vibe to it. It's got this beautiful creamy barbershop shaving foam type of vibe to it. If you guys like barbershop fragrances and you haven't given this a shot, I definitely recommend it. It is a little bit on the pricier side, but you definitely get what you pay for it. Tom Ford's Beau Jour had to be on the list. All right, guys, down to the last fragrance. Thank you so much for tuning in this far. I really do appreciate that. Guys, this fragrance, it just means the world to me. You probably just saw it right there, but this fragrance means the world to me. This was my first, what I consider, you know, grown-up purchase, because I didn't know anything about discounted sites or anything like that. This means a lot to me. This is a fragrance that helped bring me into adulthood, if you will. This is what I wore when I got my first car. This is what I wore when I first moved out of my house, my parents' house, got my first job. This is just, I rocked this for years, guys, 3-4 years. This was my signature scent, and it's just a great all year round type of fragrance. Leans more towards the spring and summer months, but I didn't know anything about seasons and wearing different things. So this one, to me, it means so much, and this will always be in my collection. This is Versace, this is Man Eau Fraiche, and this, it's just a super fresh, citrusy, aquatic with a little bit of a pink pepper nuance in there, kind of give it this spicy kind of tinge. It's kind of a unique fragrance, honestly. It uses the note of star fruit in here. There's not too many fragrances that do that, and this has taken the fragrance community by storm as well. Everyone and their brother has talked about this fragrance, and for good reason. Honestly, guys, there's not really too much of a better springtime fragrance. This, to me, is absolutely stunning. And in the summertime, guys, this rocks just as hard. I love this fragrance. This means the world to me. I don't care if this gets discontinued and this costs $1,000. Like, this will always be in my collection. This will make every single one of my designer fragrance lists for life, because it's so sentimental to me. Versace Man Eau Fraiche had to be in the list. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Like I said, guys, I'm at like 907 subscribers. So guys, we're like 93 away from 1,000. Please go ahead, hit the red subscribe button. Let's get this to that milestone. I would really appreciate that. And guys, comment down below what you thought of the list. Tell me what some of your fragrances in the designer realm, what they're gonna be for life. What fragrances can you not live without? I wanna hear about it. Let's comment about it. And you know, honestly, I don't really know if this would be a tag video or not, but I think I want to tag at least one person. I want to tag John Morel from John Morel Fragrance Reviews. Me and him have a pretty similar taste. I want to see what he's got. So you were tagged, and then I'm going to leave this as an open tag. I've never done that before. So anyone seeing this and you want to do this video, I encourage you. I think it's super awesome to see how our tastes and stuff have changed over the past year, especially with the new releases, with us getting new fragrances. I just want to see if your taste has changed, if your style has changed. I know my style has changed greatly over the past year. So I'm gonna leave this as an open tag plus John Morel. I'm tagging you. So 10 fragrances in the designer realm for life. What would they be? I'm excited to see what you guys bring. So that's gonna do it for this video. I'm gonna catch you next time. And remember, if you love it, wear it.